For more than 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter in our community. From our studios in St. Clair, you're watching Focus with Paul Dingeman.
Hey, welcome again back to the Focus Set. Nice to see you. We've got a very busy show today. And before we start, we want to start and hold up a sample ballot. As you know, the election is going to be coming up August the 7th, which is just around the corner. And one of the important things on these ballots, besides the people we're going to vote for, is the propositions or the millages or whatever they're called. These are all propositions. One is a renewal of the St. Clair County senior tax millage. One is for the community college, and one is for facilities improvements for the county. So both this is the college and this. There's college has got two of them. Mm-hmm. So you know that these are important too. So make sure when you get your ballot that you vote for the candidates, but you also vote for. Take a minute and research and see what these are all about. They're very, very important. And then for our residents in St. Clair, I'm sorry I don't have a bigger map, but this is the map of the intersection of Range Road and Brown Street. And the 6th of August, it's going to be torn up, and they're going to redo it. It's a pothole. It's a major pothole right now, so we're losing cars into it. So they're finally going to, after the offshore races are over and all the events for the summer are over, they're going to start work on that on August the 6th, and it'll take about 2 or 3 weeks to complete it. So there's going to be some major detours in that area. So just be alerted to that. Jennifer McDonald is back again. Blue Water Pregnancy Care Center, great organization. What's new with you?
It's an amazing summer, and I'm looking forward to a walk coming up, and we've been busy getting ready for that.
Talk to me about the walk. It's called Walk for Life.
It's called the Walk for Life. I like to call it the Stroll to Save Souls because
I like that. Stroll to Save Souls.
Because it's also on the second Saturday of September every year, so a little bit of poetry and alliteration to help people remember when we have our walk every year. It's our 21st annual walk.
21st?
Mm-hmm. But we've been serving the community for 32 years, and all of St. Clair County, and all of our services are free.
The money that's raised from the walk, what happens with that money?
Well, all of our services to our clients are free of charge.
Wow.
And we are able to do that only because of the fundraising we do through our walk, through our banquet, and a couple of other fundraisers, and because we don't get any kind of government funding. Mm-hmm. So we don't really get any grants. It's strictly the fundraising we do with our banquet and our walk.
And what are some of the services?
Pregnancy test, ultrasound to confirm pregnancy. When women are experiencing an unplanned pregnancy, they need to know like how far along they are. Mm-hmm. Miscarriage is very common, so we like to get an ultrasound to confirm that there's no miscarriage, no other medical condition going on that would be serious. It is. And then moms and dads, they get to see their baby at a very early age, and babies are about the size of an 8-week-old baby is the size of my thumb.
Wow.
So.
That is. And the previous appearances here, you brought in a little sample of that.
I forgot my baby today.
You forgot your baby. But that is just a shock to see when it's that small at 8 weeks. So
they're very well developed at that age, and they respond to touch, and the heart's beating, and they move around, and
good.
Pretty cool.
How many do you work with volunteers, or do you have a paid staff, or how does that set up?
We have a few paid part-time staff, but most of our workers are volunteers. They go through an intense training, and they're amazing. They really care about the men and women that come in through our office and our clinic, and we're open 5 days a week, year-round.
How many people would you serve in St. Clair County? Round figures, say in a year
about
or so.
50 people a week.
A week, okay.
A week. And we do about 600 pregnancy tests a year, over 900 prenatal parenting classes for the moms and dads, and we have a boutique. And then we also work with all the community resources and agencies to help make sure that the moms and dads get the help they need to be great parents and get the support they need.
You've got to be just pleased when you get home at night.
I praise the Lord.
It shows, but but you obviously have cut out a niche of work that is good for you, but is also really tremendous for the community.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty surprising. A lot of the population does not know we exist as a pregnancy help center, and so we're just trying to get the word out so we can help more people. Because we really should be seeing, even though we see about 800 men and women every year, and serve them multiple times through the pregnancy test, the ultrasound, and the classes, there's probably another 1,000 people out there that need the help that we have to offer.
Wow.
So
how would they get a hold of you in order to get that service?
they can call us, they can walk in. We are located nearly in downtown Port Huron, but like I said, we serve all of St. Clair County, and
I love your webpage address.
Oh, Blue Water Babies.
Bluewaterbabies.org. What a great, that's just bluewaterbabies.org, and that's where all the information is. Okay.
They can download the walk flyer right off of our webpage.
Talk again about the flyer and about the walk, and when's the date and how do I register?
So the walk is Saturday, September 8th, and it's really easy. Just go around with your flyer, ask people to sponsor you. It's just a one-time dollar amount gift, not a per mile pledge, and we collect all the money, so they don't have to collect money. They just get the names and addresses of their people that are pledging, and which I love. And they can even do it all online. You can do it on paper or online, and whatever works for you. I usually use both, so I get pledges online and I get face-to-face pledges. And then we come in on the Saturday of September 8th, and sometimes it looks like it's going to rain, but it's never actually rained during our walk.
You don't allow it to rain.
God's very good to us.
Say, hold it. Wait till this afternoon.
Yep. Sometimes it has literally been just a break for the walk, but.
Jennifer McDonald does great work, Blue Water Pregnancy Center, Care Center. Always a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
You have a great walk.
Thank you.
And we'll be back with our next guest, who has lots of walking planned for her next week. The chairman of the Maritime Days.
Awesome. That sounds like fun.
We'll be right back. Well, we are here, and we're going to be talking about the 39th annual Marine City Maritime Days, August the 3rd through the 5th. You are invited. Michelle Boren, the presidente of Maritime Days for this second year. And Dawn Campbell, welcome to the Focus Set. Nice to see you. Were you here before? No. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. So we're down to the crunch time. What's happening? What do you?
We are in crunch time. We need volunteers. We always need volunteers. Right now, the biggest areas we're lacking volunteers is security in the beer tent, some beverage servers, and some people to help us out with the parade on Sunday.
How many? 39 years. 39. You've been involved a couple years,
yes.
And it's just a tradition that just it's like a home week. You know, everybody just loves to come and be there.
You know what? It's bigger this year. We've added more events.
Good.
Some really cool events, actually. And we've had some bigger sponsors come through, which is nice.
Yep.
And the town really coming together this year. So we have a lot of participation this year. So we're looking forward to all the new stuff and a lot of the old stuff, too.
Well, let's do some of the highlights. Talk to me about what's new, what's old.
New stuff, we have an FMX dirt bike stunt show, which will be down at the Marine City Banquet Hall this year. We've gotten so many extra events this year that we had to go bigger and kind of spread out.
That's not a bad idea.
No, we had to spread out a little bit. So
let people get all over town.
Yeah, and we have some stuff out there for the kids of all ages. We have a lot of things going on out at the banquet hall. There's a DJ out there. There's a car show on Sunday. There's a guy who calls himself the human firecracker who's coming out. And so we have a lot of things going on out there. So we're trying to spread everything out this year.
I like it.
Yeah.
Are the Boy Scouts going to be there with their cars?
They will be there with their cars, and they're going to they'll be there all day on Sunday. They will be there all day on Sunday. And last year they were down on Water Street, but we moved them this year because we had a request. We took the time, actually Dawn and another girl, Michelle, they walked up and down Water Street. They talked to every single business owner and said, hey, this is your property, this is your town, what do you guys want?
Right.
And the popular request was everybody wanted their beer tent back. We had a beer garden for years.
Right.
So the beer tent is back. So it's in the spot where the car show used to be, because it's the only really place that it would fit. And so the beer tent's coming back, and we added a lot of other stuff for the kids. We have mobile gaming trailers. There's a petting zoo this year. There's all kinds of, we have a bingo going on, chicken bingo. We have chicken bingo going on this year, and we have, there's all kinds of new stuff going on this year, so we're kind of excited about it.
Dawn, so you got to go door to door.
I did.
It had been an experience.
It was. Mostly good.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually, heard what they had to say, what they want, and we did, and there were, there's a lot of good ideas that they had. So we really want to work with the businesses.
Well, the merchants in town are integral to the event.
Well, exactly.
And you guys are going to them for support, so you got to return the favor and support them too.
Yes, and we did get some more ideas and requests, and which we're working on, and I think we're doing good.
Where is the beer tent is going to be physically where?
It will be in Nautical Park, which is at Water Street and Union.
Okay.
And
what are the hours of the beer tent? All weekend long?
All weekend long. Yep. 5 to 1:30 on Friday, noon to 1:30 on Saturday, 10 to 6 on Sunday.
Okay. Then the big parade.
The big parade. You'll be there.
Yep. 2 o'clock on Sunday afternoon.
Yes.
And we'll be covering it as we always do.
Thank you for that.
It's a great show and a great parade. It's a long parade, and you will probably have a lot of politicians this time.
We are getting a lot of politicians. We are.
Do we get to throw pies or what?
Well, I had one of them ask me for a set of rules. He's like, are we allowed to throw anything? And I'm like, no. I didn't want to ask what he was talking about, but no. You can bring pies, though. You're going to be up on a balcony, so they won't be able to get to you.
Right. No, I was going to throw it at them. So, all right, so is there any admission prices? Is there parking issues? What kinds of things should we watch for?
Go ahead.
Admission? The beer? No admission to the festival.
No.
Okay.
There is a small charge for the beer tent.
Okay. And then I buy my beer once I get in.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
And entertainment is at the beer tent?
We have 3 stages this year.
Okay.
Full of music, live music all weekend long, and they're spread out all down Water Street. And all of that's free. We will have a train ride going through town.
Oh,
so if somebody wants to go to the banquet hall to check out some of that stuff, and they don't want to move the car, so we can get them down there and get them back. And we're just trying to make it easy. We're trying to spread it out, but we're trying to make it easy. So.
Well, with change, sometimes comes complaints, but with change also things are better.
Right.
Well, we've had some complaints. We've had some positive. You're going to get a little bit of everything with it, but at the same time, we're hoping everybody's just going to give it a chance because realistically, there's a lot of businesses that want to get involved.
Yeah.
And the purpose of the festival is to bring attention to the town and the businesses, not just the ones on Water Street, but all of them. And there's some great businesses that don't happen to be right along the river, so it's kind of nice to, get anybody on the train, give them a little ride through town, let them see what's going on.
What's this Play First mobile video gaming in front of the Blue Pike?
Go ahead.
We're thinking we're going to find you in there.
Okay.
It's a video game trailer. It's a 40-foot video game trailer that's going to pull up and be there all day Saturday. The kids can play their favorite video games against each other all day long.
And that'll be out on King Road?
That'll be actually in front of Blue Pike Cantina, right on Water Street.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, all right. I was just looking at the brochure. The brochure is really active and full, so
we're going to be busy.
Get one of these?
We're going to be busy. They're all at all the businesses along Water Street. And we've kind of spread them out throughout the town just so everybody can pick them up as needed, but most of the businesses in Marine City have them.
Okay. Well, very good. Did we miss anything? You got great sponsors, DTE, McLaren, Blue Pike Cantina, Malcolm Marine, a whole bunch of people. So, and then you got fireworks. When are fireworks?
Friday night.
Friday night. What, at dusk?
At dusk.
Okay, which is normally 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Yes.
So, did we miss anything?
No, we have our water ski show back this year. We have our BMX show back this year, and they'll also be in the parade. A lot of the same stuff that the kids demo derby's back. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's kind of the same stuff that we had, but we added a lot more to it this year.
I salute you. It's a tough job, and it's tough to keep everybody happy. And
we're trying.
You do a good job.
We're trying. Well, thank you. We're trying.
Had good help with Dawn here.
For sure.
Okay. Dawn, glad you came along.
Thanks.
Thank
Michelle,
you.
we'll see you next weekend.
Thank you.
And that's this coming weekend, the Maritime Days in Marine City, the 3rd through the 5th. In fact, I'm going to a wedding there on the 4th, so it'll be a busy weekend.
Wow.
With our next guest in just a second. One of the fun spots in the Blue Water area is right here in St. Clair, and it's called the Harbour, the St. Clair Harbour. There's a big longer name to it, and the harbor master, Dave Shorkey, is going to give us that big long name.
It's the Charles F. Moore St. Clair Boat Harbor.
Charles F. Moore St. Clair Boat Harbor. It's a beautiful harbor. You've been with them now a couple of years as the harbor master.
I've been there about a year and a half, Paul, and I'll tell you, the harbor is really one of the jewels of the city of St. Clair. It's not only it's used by a lot of the local citizens, but it's really a gateway for a lot of visitors to find their way to our community, and they take advantage of it. For instance, this weekend with Riverfest, our Marina is full, and there's going to be a lot of festivity that goes on.
How many wells are there?
There's 120.
Wow.
We have 60 of them are seasonal wells, and then the other 60 are reserved for transients, which people that come in for up to a period of 2 weeks and will dock their boat for a period of time.
A lot of times you get clubs coming in from Toledo and from other places. But do you do a lot of that?
That really, it's a nice destination for the boat clubs because we have a lot of facilities for them. It's a real popular destination. In fact, in August, I think every weekend we have boat clubs coming in. And, you know, the fact that we have nice facilities with the washrooms, shower rooms, we have 4 different pavilions. One has hard sides on it and heat. The other 2 have drop curtains, so any function that they're going to have with their cookouts or various activities they have, that if there's inclement weather, they have a place to be. There's other things they can do. They can have their campfires. We have kayak rentals, and of course then they take advantage of all the restaurants and the boardwalk in St. Clair also.
And there's another thing that's been added in the last few years, which people in the city don't really realize, or maybe even the county. But there's some camping available.
There's 9 campsites that we have available, and those are becoming more popular as people find out about it. Obviously this weekend it's full. Next weekend we're going to have a big event that we're going to go over here in a minute. Yeah. But we still have some campsites available for that August 4th weekend, and it's really a nice place. I mean, some people, actually last weekend we had the Voyagers came through, yes, a reenactment group, and they pitched their tents, but most of them we have up to 40-foot motor homes come in, and it's
a little more comfortable than a tent.
Exactly. We can accommodate 9 campsites, and they have a hookup with water and electricity.
Morgan, you are the assistant harbor master.
Yes.
That's a bigger hat or a smaller hat?
Bigger hat.
Bigger hat.
Yes.
And have you been with the harbor for a few years?
Yes, this is my 5th season.
God, you're longer. You're more experienced than the old fellow over here.
Yeah, that's why I'm
the
here.
young fellow, I see. So what are your duties there?
So I fundraise for events and help with the seasonal contracts and manage and train the staff.
How big of a staff you got? Round figures.
Around 15
and
total.
And because you've got a busy week, you're 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
And you're pumping gas and you're bringing people into the docks. And it's fun work, but probably not easy work.
It is fun work, but we have a good staff, so it's not, they take a lot of that. I just make sure that it all gets done.
Good.
Yeah.
So you two are here to talk about an event that's coming up August the 4th.
That's correct.
And it's a Mardi Gras.
It's the 8th annual Mardi Gras that's going to be held at the St. Clair Boat Harbor. It's an event, and everyone gets involved with it. The seasonal boaters originally took ownership of it. The management of the harbor and the Harbor Commission really does most of the work for it, but it's open to the public is the main thing that we'd like to get across.
Oh,
okay. We have a lot of transient boaters come in, but it's going to be a great party this year. We have a great lineup, and it's going to be on Saturday, August the 4th. Doors open at 5, and the music entertainment this year is a local band, the Gobies, which are really a group, and Foster Oil was kind enough to sponsor the band this year, so it really helps helps defray things. And another thing that we're real excited about this year, there's a new restaurant that's going to open in town in August, Black and Blue, and they are going to be there as a food vendor.
Their food is delicious.
And we haven't tried it. We're all looking forward to it.
I had the opportunity to sample a couple pieces of it, and you're going to be very pleased.
And so that is, they will be there as a food vendor. They're going to start about 5 o'clock. I think 5 through 8 they're going to serve. By then the band will be going, and there's a lot of other raffles and prizes, and I think Morgan's going to tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're going to have a photo booth there. We're going to have a bunch of raffles, great raffle baskets from businesses like War Waters, Toasted Tanning, and then a lot of local businesses donated gift cards, which are great. We're going to raffle those off. Live music, the caricature artist we're going to have, and a tarot card reader.
Okay, well, he'll read those cards.
Yeah.
I don't want to know what's going to happen in the future.
All right, so if people want more information or want to get, detail, how do they get it?
Okay, they can get it. They can contact us at the Harbour. We're on Facebook also,
yes.
but it's or if they want to phone us, it's 329-4125, or else SC Boat Harbor. You'll get all the information that you need from our website.
That's a simple address, SC Boat Harbor.
That's our email address.
Oh, sorry.
At gmail.com.
Okay.
Yes.
What was the other one, the Facebook address?
Our Facebook, just search our page. It's just the St. Clair Boat Harbor, and it'll come up.
Okay, very good. Did we miss anything?
No, it's been a great year at the Harbour, and we've had a lot of improvements this year, and any funds that would be raised through the Mardi Gras go back into Harbour improvements, and each year going forward we just pick a few projects to help keep the Harbour moving forward and looking better and better serve the community.
You just had a very positive improvement in the park, which was the Harbour rather, which was the parking lot, and restriping all the lines and all that kind of stuff.
That was.
You get a tremendous amount of fishermen, don't you? Talk to me about fishermen.
Oh, we get more fishermen, and I think the reason was there were more fish than anything this year. It started from the ice was in the Harbour a lot longer this year than most years, and it was about the 3rd week of April. The fishing season got underway, and up until about the last week, I think every guy that would go out or gal that would go out would get their limit. But it seems as though it's slowed down a little bit. But the fishermen are the real heart and soul of that marina, especially at the beginning of the year.
And they are 24 hours a day, aren't they?
It is correct. It's we're open 24 hours. It's our launch box. A lot of people have an annual sticker that they purchase. If not, there's a launch box where they can pay their fee, or else the office is open. It's open 24 hours now, but earlier in the season we were open from 7 till 9, and the honor system seems to work pretty well.
And isn't there a fish cleaning site there too?
There is a fish cleaning site. Right now it's down. It
needs some repair?
It needs some repair. It's completely wore out. There were so many fish. They repaired it 2 years ago, and the repairs are done. We're in the process of figuring out how we're going to help finance, but we're going to have to put a new fish cleaning unit in, so that it's amazing.
How many fish were cleaned, Eddie?
Well, I don't know. I would love to know, but thousands of fish.
It would have to be.
There'd be 1,000 a day, I bet.
Oh my God.
And it was just too much for that grinder to handle, operating 24/7. So that's one of the projects that we're going to take care of and make sure that the guys are taken care of.
You need an industrial strength grinder.
Exactly.
Morgan, thanks for taking care of Dave here.
Yeah.
And David, always a pleasure.
Very good.
If you want to know anything about the Harbour, just stop and see Dave Shorkey or Morgan Mead, and they'll be happy to get you involved. The Mardi Gras is coming up next Saturday the 4th, and starts at 5 o'clock. It's going to be a great party, Don't you dare miss it. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's nice to see you. We are here to talk to a friend by the name of Jim Barrett.
How are you?
James, welcome back to the Focus Set.
Thank you.
And you are very instrumental in a wonderful project which was started by a young man by the name of Jerry Emig, right?
Well,
Jerry was part of it.
He was the inspiration for it.
Inspiration. And then Mr. Well, I'll let you tell us.
Okay. Well, Dick Groff got together with Jake Hurt,
right,
and Jake's son-in-law,
right,
and they said, why don't we have a junior tournament in St. Clair?
Great idea.
And it just spawned from there.
What year is this one?
This year will be the 11th. 11th annual.
11th annual.
Yes.
And I remember one of the prizes is a plaque with a wood golf stick on it. We'll call it a stick.
Right.
That was one of Jerry Emig's.
Correct. Yeah. The overall tournament champion for both boys and girls is this commemorative. What's the word? Commemorative.
Commemorative.
Thank you. Plaque that Mr. Emig donated, and that is hung permanently in Pine Shores, and it's got all the winners since the beginning of the tournament. What was that? 2007, I guess, or something.
How old are the participants?
They start from 7 to 16.
No, 7 years old.
7 years old. Yep. Yeah. This is usually it's for the younger tykes. It's usually one of the first tournament events.
Yeah.
And if they have a basic understanding of how to swing and some basic fundamentals of etiquette and rules, this is a good opportunity for to play competitive golf. And the ability doesn't matter as much as the fact that they're brave enough to get out there.
Yeah.
And they have a great time.
So how does it work?
Okay. We try to set this event up and mimic the PGA Tour.
Okay.
And first thing in the morning, we have an opening shotgun ceremony where we have the legends of the game tee off. And this year, a little sad note is Jake Hurt passed last year. He was the original founder of this event. So we're going to have a special ceremony for him and his family at 7:25 in the morning.
Oh my God!
And so that's the tee off. So we're going to have a little memorial opening for Jake. And then we start out with the 7-year-old group, and they go out, and we have Mr. Fred Shaw, which I know you're familiar with. He's our MC, and we announce all the participants and where they come to school and why they got in golf. And then we have a special scorekeeper that's usually one of the local club pros, presidents, club champions, as honorary guests or honorary guard to keep the score for that group. And the idea is that the overall accomplishment of this tournament is to teach or install from the past generation to the current generation what golf is all about. It's about honor and integrity and teaching young boys and girls to become ladies and gentlemen. And golf is a very unique game in that respect. So that's what we try to do, is we try to pass on this knowledge from the older generation to the newer generation in a fun event. And it's
how many participants do you get every year?
We limit it to 100.
Oh, 100 members? Okay.
Yeah. And some years we get right up to that number, but usually we have somewhere between mid-80s to high 90s.
Great crowd.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, we have a press conference.
A live press conference with you.
Sometimes we have the right equipment, sometimes we don't.
Oh, that's
but we'll be there. And it's just a fun experience. So it's a real life. It's just like a big tournament.
It is right from sunrise to in the afternoon. They arrive there. We cordon off the area just for them. They have a continental breakfast just for the players. They get together for putting, and then we have a hostess that escorts them to the first tee. Fred Shaw announces everybody, Then they go off and come back. They come back to a scoring tent where we have rules officials and go over the scorecards, and they sign it off. They test it.
Just like the big deal.
And we have a big giant scoreboard, and then we announce all the winners within which age division.
Yeah.
And we have an award ceremony for them. Everyone gets a prize. First, second, third place winners. Then they go eat lunch. And then the overall press conference is at the end of the day for all the division tournaments, and then we announce the overall winner for the Jerry's plaque.
This is for boys and for girls.
Boys and girls.
Ladies and young men.
Correct.
Your daughter was involved for a number of years. She was here as a member of the committee for a couple of years. Now she's off at Michigan State Medical School. That's wonderful.
Yes. Yep.
So are you looking for volunteers?
Yes, big time. That's always the struggle.
Right.
And to get on the committees, we're trying to always, if somebody's strong on golf that wants to get involved on a volunteer basis, we're love to have them help out.
Okay, we were holding up this placard here. There we go.
Yep.
And that is
that's everything you ever want to know about the golf tournament and registration.
And registration, you can sign up to be a volunteer here too.
Yes.
Okay, and there's the website right there. Look at those smiling kids on the faces there.
There we go.
There we go. Talk to me about some of the spectacular kids that over the years, I mean, you've had some great scores.
We've had, actually, Jake's granddaughter, she got a full ride down south to play golf. So we have, there was twins in Port Huron that went off and played college golf. I know of probably 7 or 8 that have gone through, that I know personally, that have gone through and played college golf.
Wonderful.
So there's been a lot of success stories.
Right.
Some crazy success stories as juniors. We've had one little girl that played a couple years ago. She shot 2 or 3 under par.
Oh my God.
And she was 10 years old.
Oh my God.
Her driver came up to her nose, but she just knew how to play. And so it's a great stepping stone to start off with, hey, do I want to play competitive golf? What's it all about? And this is, a lot of times it's their first time they've ever done it.
Right.
And they all have fun. We try to make it competitive, but in a fun way.
Right.
So it's not, you don't intimidate anybody. It's a great stepping stone to go on to other junior golf programs.
And it's open to the public. They can come and watch. They can
yes.
come and
Yeah, well,
can you walk around the course?
Yep, you can follow as a gallery. There's etiquette rules for gallery, just like the PGA Tour. We bring in the city bleachers, so if you want to just sit and watch, it's a perfect opportunity. You watch all the kids tee off, and then turn your head and watch all the kids come in on the last hole. So we
Pine
provide.
Shores is a great course.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity. It's a snug little peninsula area that it's all protected. It's great.
Here's the address again, and if you have any questions at all, make sure that you just go to this address, and all the information is there. Public is open. No cost for the public to get involved.
No.
So, and if you'd like to volunteer.
Yep, there's a registration for volunteers, but this whole thing, I want to say, this whole thing is $12 a child, so that it's tremendous value.
It is tremendous value.
Yeah.
Jim Barrett.
Thank you.
Salute you for doing this for all these years, and there was certainly, Jerry Emig was a wonderful, wonderful individual, and the rest of those crew.
He still holds the course record.
Yeah, and he was 90-some when he'd passed, wasn't he?
Yeah. Yes, 91 or 90, or something.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. That's about it for this edition of the Focus program. Thanks very much for tuning in. Till next time, I'm Paul Dingman. See you soon.
Thanks for watching Focus with Paul Dingeman. Focus is produced at the CTV Community Television Studios in St. Clair. For over 20 years, CTV has captured the moments that matter to our community.